Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. I've been, all day, like seriously, not yesterday, Friday night, One Piece, just watching the hell out of I watched Season 4, Voyage 3, all of it. I just finished, I'm in the process of finishing Season 4, Voyage 4. Just saw the episode with Usopp, Usopp and Frankie and CP9 going in. So I was like, damn. But I figured I gotta do some reviews. So let's get into it. Now, and I'm probably gonna get, eventually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna get Collection 5, Season 5, gotta wait. Gotta wait until they come out with those collections again, and I'll get the collection that has probably part of Season 4 and Season 5 on. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, everybody, this is going to be Fairy Tail Chapter 331 review. I was just talking to Justin last night, and this is the truth. This is the bar none truth. Confidentially, I'm reviewing Fairy Tail because people want to see the reviews of it. There you go. That's my reason. But, you know, eventually I'm probably going to say, maybe it's time to take a break. But this episode was called Natsu'S Strategy, chapter, 331. Oh my god, the first half of this chapter was like, okay, we're doing this? We're doing this? Really? The second half was interesting to a point. It was interesting. There was a confrontation where jellal, was helping out Urza, and Miliana was there. And she was like, jellal, something might happen there. And then after that, we go back to Lucy. But let's get in the summary. This was Natsu'S Strategy. This was, oh my god. Zelkonis is in the beginning. We got Zelkonis, we got Wendy saying magic to defeat me, you say, and then we see Lucy and she's in the buff, and I was like, yo, seriously, hero. I mean, I knew this was coming from since last week with that whole bit, but seriously, she's naked and she's like, boy, I'm pulling my clothes, give me some clothes, and then he grabs her, and Wendy says this spell and says, I will defeat you, and he says, you conceited little humans can't even fly, try following me up here, and he's about to eat Lucy naked, and then Mary Jane comes up, hits him, doesn't do anything, but that's just a distraction for Wendy to hit him on the top of the head with a sky dragon roar. Sky dragon's roar. And Lucy gets flown and gets flown away. And then Happy goes off to get her back. And Wendy and Mary Jane are going to fight Zelkonis. Then we go into Natsu's fight, and we have a whole thing with, Rogue saying, I'm much stronger than I was at the Grand Magic Games tournament. Fuck you. And then, to make it worse, out of the fucking blue comes Lucy. And I'm like, yo. When Fairy Tail, when did it just suddenly become a hentai? Like, seriously. I was like, what? Seriously? And she flew, and she's holding her boobs. I'm like, yo. Best chapter ever. No. I'm not going to say that. That was horrible. The whole scene was just like, give me a break, man. It's her boobs. She falls in his belt with Natsu. And says, why the hell are you naked? No! And she's screaming, and his face is in her boobs. I'm like, yo. Seriously. Do a King of Lightning. Yo! Can't even do it as good as him, but just total ridiculousness. And he get out of the bell and saying, so they can find people true. Don't look. And he grabs her boobs. I was like, that is insane. He says, try covering your eyes, and all that stuff. And saying that she's a mega pervert. And this leads Natsu to find out some kind of strategy. Because he says that Rogue's a pain in the ass to fight because of that huge dragon. And Lucy starts, as she's getting clothes in the buff, saying that, oh yeah, there's a fire dragon, there's a earth dragon, and even that Zelkonis. And then she's like, I almost got eaten. And then he says, that's it. I've got it. As he's touching her and her robe slips, finally a way to beat them. And then we go into Urza. Now this scene was pretty interesting. With Urza saying she's weak and she can't do anything and, all that stuff. And during this scene, this was probably the only interesting part of the chapter, was when Jellal showed up and was helping Urza out, saving her. And he says, need a hand? And she says, sorry. And then that's when Miliana shows up and says, Jellal, and got the angry face. And I was like, interesting. I mean, it's kind of weird for this to happen now. And then after that we have Natsu and Happy going in. He's flying through saying, I hope this Happy's saying, oh, is this strategy going to work? And so on and so forth. And he'll say, I'll manage it somehow. And then Lucy's like, Natsu, Happy, wake up. And she's like pouting and shit. And so on and so forth. And what a ridiculous strategy. And apparently she's having faith in Natsu and all that bullshit. Virgo's there. She's like, oh, what did she say? You did share a naked embrace with him after all. No, that's not it. And then she finds a journal from her future self that's laying down on the ground. And it says, a whole bit of, is this a possible way to escape the doom, the future diary of Lucy, the pending doom. And then it says to be continued in chapter 332, Firebird. This gets a 3 people. Listen, even the thing with Jellal and Miliana was interesting, but it wasn't enough to save this chapter. Just call this now hentai tale. I believe Joten said it so himself. Hentai tale. Hentai tale. Just hentai tale. And, there's nothing I can do to excuse this debacle that is Fairy Tail. But, hey, maybe we'll see some interesting things happening next week, because Firebird, I'm thinking 2 things. Natsu is going to try and take control of that Dragon Atlas. The one with the fire around his body. He might try to go on him and try to absorb the fire on him and take control of it. To some extent. But we'll have to see on that. Because it's called Firebird. And I figured that might be a one way that they could do it. But overall, this was just, ugh. Hey, listen, I like Lucy's boobs too, but, come on. And I knew this was coming, because last week she lost her clothes, so it's like, come on. What's next? Strong, and all over the place. So, and I'm just saying it right now, people, if I don't want to see let's try to keep the fan service down to minimum hero next week. Because I really just, gotta keep it down to a certain extent. Keep it down. So, yeah. So, that's the story. And, yeah, that's pretty much it, people. So, this is Bonkai 922. I'll see you guys later. It was chapter. So, yeah. See ya.